Hey guys, welcome back to SeaBATTLE. We are in the third place match. My name is Saf. I'm joined by Fusion, your fellow TOs here down in Seattle, Washington at Gameworks tonight. Man, boy howdy, it's been quite an event today. We've been having a rootin' tootin' time down here at Gameworks. Yeah, we're all the way to third place.
We are. Oh my god. We moved into a different space within Gameworks. Yeah, now we're like in the kind of restaurant party room area. There's so much space. Everyone's eating snacks and stuff like the gigantic pretzel.
Eating
Yeah,
good. I've had
it's been a
two and
lot
a
of
half
fun.
pretzels today, I think, cumulatively.
That's good. You need the carbs to keep going after through a long day.
Mm-hmm.
You've been working hard.
Thank you so much. So have you. I've been
you.
noticing that you've been working really hard, and I just want to say thank you from all of us at SeaBATTLE. Thank you for your hard work and service.
You say that like you're not also like head TO.
Hey man,
You've
If the
been
shoe
working
fits.
hard as heck.
it's been a good time down here today. We've been having a blast. Everyone else is very, very jazzed about our venue change. We
Yeah.
have a lot more space to hang out if you need to kind of get away for a little bit and chill out and just kind of relax from the noise, what have you. There's been spots to do that, and like we said, we're right next to the kitchen. We're actually in the kitchen, in fact. We can watch pizza being made live in front of us.
Yes.
Um,
We have a spectator setup. I was so excited to find a $20 projector on eBay to use for this setup. So now we have we have some rows of chairs and stuff. That's something we didn't have last time. We were like in a relatively like cramped, like it's like a gaming lounge, but it's
Yeah.
only like one row, so there's not really a good stage. Now we actually have like a main stage.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
It's exciting, yeah. And like we are seeing on the bottom of the screen here, we have Aquatic, Languard, and Nematocyst
Yeah.
fighting for their spot into third place. We did see Aquatic Languard just a little bit ago try to take the fight to get into their grand final spot, to punch their ticket in there. But unfortunately, that's not going to be happening here today, as we're going to be starting our third place match here at SeaBATTLE 4 Holiday Storm. Let's take a look.
Yeah, Aquatic Languard, they've been in the top two for the last two SeaBATTLEs. They were, third at the first one. It's a little bit sad to see them in third place, but I know they're going to put on a show for us, as they always do. They've got their whole roster this time. Kronos is here on the Tent Umbrella running that Temp Blaster combo. Occasionally there's a Dynamo, not this time from Nerd. Nerd's actually on the Pencil. But interestingly, there's an S-Blast on the other side. Is that Pick Pickles? Yes, it is. I know Pick
course.
Pickles plays a lot of interesting weapons there. I think they're a GooTuber fanatic, or at least they used to be, didn't they? I think. Either way, yeah, they're a bit of a solo queue grinder. Anyways, Nematocyst is the team that's going to end up coming out first here, moving that first checkpoint, but they're going to get bombarded by every special under the sun. Aquatic Languard, a full wipeout. This is going to net them quite a few points. Probably that first check looking very powerful here.
Yeah, pretty brutal shutdown by Aquatic Languard there right at the first checkpoint, barely knocking on the door on that first checkpoint, might I add. But already making good progress, Aquatic Languard, because that was a 3-down scenario. Osa being forced to back up on the left-hand side there. Kronos taking up and picking up the tower with Matt reversed, helping out on the side. Just a few seconds left remaining on that checkpoint pop, and you can see Ike is maybe trying to see if they can poke forward, take a peek, and looking for a fight with Ventus in the pit. And they trade each other out. However, that's not going to prevent Aquatic Languard from moving that tower any more forward, and we're on our way to the second check.
Yeah, Tower's moving towards that second checkpoint. Matt is looking for a way out. They're not going to find it. Nematocyst is going to corner them, a 3v1 situation, and end up stopping this first push, but not before that first checkpoint does end up going down. Now Ike on the run, trying to dodge that Zuka coming out. Everyone knows where Ike is at this moment. Ike has the point sensor. They are going to land a very nice direct, trying to just hang on to ground for Languard here. Tower moving towards that first checkpoint, but momentum seems to be swinging back as Nematocyst gets picked off one by one.
See, I know that they have a pencil on their side. However, I just think with the amount of other weapons that we have in place here, Aquatic Languard does not really have as much paint as Nematocyst is working with. However, they have not really let that deter them, especially with having Cooler on their side. It's definitely been being put to use. And with Kronos taking Pickles out of the fight there, that is a 3-down situation for Nematocyst. Again, kind of seeing a repeat what we saw maybe just like a minute earlier in this set here. And Kronos is not going to be shy on getting on that Trizooka and not finding one, but finding two, hoping that they could find Ventus as the third, and maybe it will be here with the 10th shot. And of course it is. Now we're down to checkpoint 2.
Oh, Kronos showing off a bit there, getting a little bit overzealous, going for that final pick there, but it's actually going to be Ike trying to secure the victory, but no, Aquatic Languard not able to win that final fight, getting into the enemy base. Nematocyst is going to hang on. They do lose that checkpoint, though, which is a big barrier on this map. I wouldn't count them out of it yet. But it's going to take a lot of work for them to get there, especially having to get through things like the the blaster that Ike has been putting out, and Kronos' tent umbrella has certainly been a wall for them so far. But Nematocyst, super aggressive team comp, they could make it happen if they really just put their mind to it and just held that W key.
That reach by Osa for Ike was incredible. Like, that was a reach.
That's
the definition of a reach. Playing at max range with the bucket, a good one on Osa there with the first checkpoint falling for Nematocyst. But you can see that Ike is here to shark and here to stay. That's Alex going down, looking to take Osa as well. But I'm not sure if Ike realizes that Osa is actually on their tail as they take Ventus, and they're looking to feed on Pickles as well. But Pickles is able to escape into the pit with the Reef Slider. Barely untouched, but there's going to be follow-up from Ike, and Matt immediately called out there. That is 3 members down, delayed on Nematocyst. Aquatic Languard really need to just play this handful of seconds left in order to win this first game.
Yeah, Ike knows it.
Oh!
I know it. Ike lives in that pit. That pit is Blaster Central, finding some picks. Ike moving forward, splashdown, landing a double kill, actually securing a triple. Ike making massive plays. Yet another pick coming out. Ventus is stuck. The tower is going to continue rolling forward. Aquatic Languard in control of this game. The tower rolling forward, but Aquatic Languard not looking to overextend just yet. They're kind of holding their ground. Kronos on this top left finds one with the Zuka. That's huge. That's the person who could stop the tower. And that is a knockout in the final seconds of game 1. Aquatic Languard just storming back in. They want a medal. They want a place. You know? They've been doing it consistently, and they're like, you're not taking our event from us.
Listen, though. Ike, the Clash Blaster pick that you guys saw earlier, fluke. That didn't happen. That wasn't real.
Hey, I have
That wasn't real.
I haven't been watching enough. A Clash Blaster. Wee.
Sorry, this was just handed to me.
Shoutouts to other lands.
But yeah,
like
shout
Sunset
out Sunset Surge. We have a lot of Sunset Surge representation here today.
Yeah, you'll see them again.
Oh, yeah,
You'll
we'll see them again. I just actually had Shiny and Pepe look me in the eyes, into my soul. He's looking right now. He's right in front of me, isn't he?
It's actually behind the fourth wall.
Behind the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Well, on the replay on the bottom, I believe Kronos' double shot was right there on the Trizooka. Immaculate gameplay from Aquatic Languard, a really strong opening as we move on into Clam Blitz Museum. Now, I want to say that Aquatic Languard, we've notoriously seen them do some really incredible things on Museum here at SeaBATTLE. I feel that this map tends to haunt them quite a bit whenever they find themselves in one of these top 3 spots, looking for second, looking for third, obviously hoping for that first place win at some point. But I feel that Museum tends to be a map that haunts them regularly.
Yeah, I don't recall exactly what their struggles were on this map, but they've certainly had a couple close calls. I think, have they been reverse swept twice? They've been reverse swept in finals twice, one by Secret of 4.
Yes.
And that was last SeaBATTLE.
That was last SeaBATTLE. You're thinking SeaBATTLE 2.
SeaBATTLE 2 was...
Aquatic Languard did not play at SeaBATTLE 3.
That's right.
They were not here.
But there was a reverse sweep. That was
There was.
Yes. Was that on Seaglass? No. Yes? Question
No,
mark?
Aquatic Languard, I believe, got second at SeaBATTLE 2. Seaglass got first place.
Ah, that's right.
Yes. And then, no, but what you're thinking of, though, is that SeaBATTLE 3, Matt Reversed has played in every single SeaBATTLE. And their last one they played with a pickup team, and I believe they got second.
Gotcha.
Whatever pickup that they were on, if we can recall, they got second place. But
Yes.
moving on down the line, we're going into the museum. We're going to see the sights, look at the smells. No changes in comp here on the side of Aquatic Languard. And a little bit of a change coming out from Osa. We're changing up that bucket pick, and we're going to the machine, the vanilla machine, if you will. So going to be working with a Booyah Bomb, is that right? So
Yes, it is.
that's a really good tool to be utilized in clearing the basket, trying to create some space for yourselves. And maybe that's just what they need. They need to try and take close quarters in places with a lot of obstacles using that Booyah Bomb. And this is just the place to do it with a lot of different spinners happening in different directions in places. But already here you can see that Aquatic Languard wasting no time at all. They're trying to take the fight to Nematocyst, but Pickles is going to shut it down immediately. That was Kronos going out of the map and now trying to take on the middle section here. But there's so much paint to be trying to combat against with that pencil pick.
Yeah, I mean, Crab Leg is pencil central, but this is also pencil central. There's few weapons that can contest pencil just staring across the map. It can nearly reach from your side to the other side. They did manage to get a pick onto a Nerd there, so that is going to slow down Aquatic Languard's momentum a bit. They do have quite a few clams. Kronos filtering in with a few extra clams, but that seems like it may be it. Kronos, though, standing their ground, holding it with that Zuka, looking for even more. Some extra claims are going to come in. Ike's going to sneak it in before the basket runs out. Pickles finds two, cleaning up this map, but Aquatic Languard, a huge starting push. Nematocyst is going to have to answer back quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I want to just say, like, Kronos was in a great position to follow up with that Tentrella. You want to be staying behind that pillow and just kind of tapping your shield, but maybe not quite launching it just yet. And I feel like Kronos is somebody that is so good at trying to decipher when the correct time to do that is. And it's hard to decide when a game like this moves so quickly, but you can see it right here. They are trying to take a lot of the attention off objective away from Nematocyst and focus on them and not on the basket. However, with economy really strong on the side of Nematocyst right now, they're looking to try to find an entry point, but I'm not sure we can do that without any specials just yet. We only have Pickles waiting to use their Reef Slider at the right time, probably waiting out that Crab Tank and try Zuka, so that Aquatic Languard has no specials online. This would be the perfect time to strike.
Yeah, but they've waited quite a bit. That is going to be Alex on the dualies taken out. Pickles now no longer on the enemy plat. They're going to have to back out. The Booyah Bomb is going to let Nematocyst have another opportunity at moving in, but they really need to put their bodies forward. The longer they wait, the more Kronos on that Tensabrella can just set up and really get that shield moving forward. Kronos, though, kind of filtering off all the way behind, getting taken out. Nematocyst looking for a way in. Pickles moving forward, but again, it's kind of just a one-person offense there. That Reef Slider getting... I cry every time.
Yeah, the kind of out in no man's land. They're finding themselves in the middle of three different folks there. But that is going to stop the sort of push that was coming together from Nematocyst. They can't quite get a cohesive thing going just yet in this game. Now we're down to a minute and some change left to go. Economy still is on the upper hand. I know it's only 2 clams on the board, folks. However, it seems that Nematocyst is very good at finding the resources, but they haven't been allocating the resources to the basket just yet. And to me, it seems like Aquatic Languard is, like you said, Fusion, not overextending themselves, not going too far outside of the boundary, except if you're Kronos trying to go into a 2v1 fight, but then there's Matt to try to help and follow up on the Crab Tank. They're going to have to end up retreating, however, because of Osa on the sloshing machine. But with 2 members down on Nematocyst, again, they are forced to regroup back in mid.
Yeah, Aquatic Languard is kind of just like playing a really clustered sort of defense. It's hard to approach them because they play very close together. You kind of end up getting blastered, you get hit by that Tensabrella, and really, Nematocyst just kind of needs to get themselves in there. When Pickles is sending in the big AoE explosion with that Reef Slider, you need someone to follow up, and Nematocyst has just not been able to do that yet. 35 seconds on the clock. The Booyah Bomb is going to come out. Is the Kraken going to be camping it? No. The the Tensabrella is going to end up getting taken out as well. Ike on that Kraken just swimming around, able to survive, and that's causing quite a bit of disruption, but this is an opportunity. Nematocyst moving up onto the enemy plat. They need to challenge Kronos. Kronos on that Tent Umbrella is dangerous, but Tent shoots once every 25 years. You need to rush it down. If you have 2 people, what can they do about it? The Reef Slider comes in. Oh, a direct off of after the Reef Slider, but the Clan misses the basket. Pigmickles is going to run for it, and it's going to be super telegraphed. Oh my god, Osa running in. They're not going to be able to get to it. A power clam jump is going to make its way towards the basket. Alan, that's too big.
Oh my god.
Another miss.
A miss once, but a miss twice. Look at Ike booyahing to that. With a little bit of help from your friends, you can do anything. Aquatic Languard shuts down 2 different clams. That was a close one, Fusion.
Over 2 from the line.
Oh.
You hate to
From the
see
free
it.
throw line.
Yeah, exactly.
From the free throw line. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Well, let's take a breath from that. Check out my drip. You
gotta
too.
scoot over a bit.
Oh.
Also, they see it. Oh, we got the replay. Ike dancing around on that Kraken. Moving in. This is that start of that game. Yeah, big first push that came out. We have Saf modeling our lovely medals. The winner of this match is going to get that bronze medal come out on top of the podium here. Well,
I feel
on
like
the podium.
I feel like Flava Flav, but with a lot of flavor.
So much swag.
So much swag. On what level of swag? Is this aura? Do I have aura because of this?
Yeah.
No, you thought about it too long.
No, I'm like, am I qualified to say you have aura?
I think you are if I'm asking you.
Okay.
I'm asking you directly if I have aura. But you know who does have aura right now? It's Aquatic Languard, because they have now narrowly escaped a very, very scary what could have been defeat, taking us into match point on Undertow Spillway Rainmaker. Now, and if it's one thing I've learned about Aquatic Languard over these sea battles is they can fight in close quarters.
They definitely
They use it to their advantage, and they know what they got to do, and they know how to coerce the enemy to where they want them to be. And we saw that consistently with Ike on Shipshape. We saw that consistently with Kronos going in and just immediately trying to take a 2v1 fight and distracting from the objective and kind of just trying to make Nematocyst waste time. So to me, it seems like Aquatic Languard, once again, I think will have the upper hand on a map like this. Yeah,
I mean, I have to wonder. I mean, I don't think Nematocyst is really going to change things up too much. I do really like the machine pick. I think the Fizzy Bomb is certainly going to be very useful, mostly just for a lot of paint coverage. It has that AoE in case your enemies are playing too close together.
Mm-hmm.
It annoys the hell out of the blaster, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that they just need to. I feel like Ike has been given a lot of room to work with. I feel like Ike is kind of getting into annoying positions, and then Nematocyst is like fighting them one at a time, or fighting him one at a time, and that's not been working out. Kronos, the Tent Umbrella's like goal is to get their attention on it, and I feel like Kronos hasn't been given that much attention. You know, do you think that? I mean, by the spectator cam for sure. But
yeah.
like, I feel like most.
I feel like by spectator cam, no, but I feel like by the game of what we've been seeing overhead, yes. Because in that last game on Museum, I constantly saw Kronos jumping into whether it was one person, 2 people, and just immediately taking attention away from objective and putting it onto them, and just like looking to try to see if they can waste some time. But Fusion, that's a well string. That's a well string on the screen.
Yes, it is. We've actually been seeing it a decent bit in Rainmaker because it is very good at pops and very good at holding ground. Nerd is going to be the one pulling it out this time. That is a early trade coming out from both teams here. Aquatic Languard looking to seal their 3rd place victory here. Very nice shot coming out. Aquatic Languard still waiting for that opening they need. This thing has a hammer, so not the most offensive special coming out from the backline, but Nerd turning up the aggression, moving forward. That's a bucket stuck in the corner. Aquatic Languard's going to have that first early player advantage, and they're going to have to play Protect the President here. They are going to do just that as Matt makes his way towards the checkpoint, but unfortunately filters right into the entirety of Nematocyst. And that is going to be a successful defense coming out. As I say that, Kronos actually kind of turning the tables here.
Yeah, what? how did they escape that? They were, like, you could see the paint splatter around their feet, and they were just alive. Alive and well, because Rainmaker shield has already popped, and Aquatic Languard is here to respond. That is going to be a huge pick, though, with Ike getting taken out of the process. That is a huge distraction being taken away from Nematocyst so they can focus on all eyes forward. We're going to go to the reset, and it seems to me that Aquatic Languard is trying to reline themselves up here on the left-hand side. That's Kronos opening up that crab take again, getting one, getting two, looking for the third. Osa knows that they need to escape, and Ventus knows they need to stay back and wait that out. Nerd's going to be picking up the Rainmaker here, though, but Alex is going to be there to respond very quickly with the Trizuka. That is taking one pick down and another down from Aquatic Languard. I don't think the left-hand side is going to be it for them, Fusion.
No, well, yeah, they're having some trouble getting up here, but this is still a very good defensible position. Nerd's showing us just that. All his patience has paid off as finally that checkpoint is going to fall. Aquatic Languard takes that early advantage. If they can get the pop, this is huge momentum swing. That's one pick coming out, but they are 3 down. It's just Nerd that is going to be the final pick and a cleanup. Nematocyst stabilizing a bit. Half this game is done, and only the checkpoint's been taken. Nematocyst is still in this game, especially with all of mid purple and them ready to go. Again, there's Ike on that left side. Keep an eye on Ike. They really just need to avoid Ike. You know, honestly, never mind. You rush them down if you show up in their face. I guess that works too, but, you know, walking right at the blaster is what they want to do. Oh, here comes that hammer. That's basically a blaster, question mark.
That's 3!
Face. That's 3. Looking for a 4th. Nerd not able to find it yet. Ah! Get it! Come on! Ah! Come on, Nerd!
Incredibly close contact. You could tell there was a little bit of freak out happening. We can hear the players in the other room actually calling out to each other, trying to figure out what it is that they want to do. A very close call, though, for Nematocyst there. That could have been a very detrimental wipe for them from Nerd. However, they are going to have a chance to try to realign themselves and figure out what they would like to do next. The strikes are going to try to open up that pathway there, but Matt Reversed is going to be there to respond. Ventus is going down, and with a little help with our friends, once again, Aquatic Languard is going to be able to follow up with Cooler and try to push this Rainmaker out of position.
Yeah, but they don't have other specials online just yet. And Alex has that Zuka looking for picks. That is a pick onto the blaster. That's huge. The Rainmaker's going to reset very soon. They're going to die for it. They're not going to get it, though. Nematocyst still 3 members alive. They're still holding left side. Osa finds 2. Alex, if they're able to hold this left side, this could be absolutely massive, but they are going to end up getting double teamed and have to back off. But now the right side is relatively open. It's just Kronos and Kronos repositioning, trying to drop onto that Rainmaker. They're taking out the right side open. Are they going to get the checkpoint? No, they still aren't. Nematocyst so close, but they're not able to get it just yet.
And you can tell, too, that they're trying to position themselves in a way where they can do something differently. Alex using the Trizuka, you have the Tri-Strikes coming out. That is finally checkpoint being popped. And 3 members of Aquatic Languard make it 4. Now being down, that's a delayed wipe. It is open season here to pick up this Rainmaker. That is a very quick lead change by Nematocyst. With 2 members still going down, Aquatic Languard's offense is toppling right before our eyes as they wait for their 2 teammates to try to respawn back in here. But Fusion, Aquatic Languard is just really lacking the paint power right now, as we've consistently seen. Nematocyst has such a strong hold on mid. It's going to be a very large uphill battle to climb.
Keep an eye on that, because 51 is not much of a point total. Here comes the Rainmaker. If they run for it, they could get the lead, but 2 bombs are going to go off. And Nematocyst wins game 3, keeps themselves alive, keeps the dream of 3rd place in the cards.
They want these medals, and so do I, because I want to eat them.
You want to eat them?
They look very edible. Very good job to Nematocyst, by the way. Still saying in the game. I love microplastics. I do not, actually. I also love spreading misinformation about myself.
I feel like you, of all people, would not like microplastics.
I absolutely hate microplastics. But anyways,
well,
wow, what a difference in this game 3 in comparison to the first 2 games. To me, especially this right here, Nerd was hungry for that final pick, and they had 3 in their pocket. They were looking for the last one. The hammer could not have ended at a worse time for them for going in for that 4th pick. that could have been a very, very different game, I feel like, for Aquatic Languard had something like that landed. No team got wiped out in this game. It was consistently just soft wipes. You would have 2 people spawn back in, and then you would lose the other 2 immediately. So the heat is really picking up here as we go into our 4th game.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, Rainmaker is a very dangerous map. If you get wiped out, game could end or just a big lead happens. Both teams know what's at stake here and stayed alive in this situation. But Mako zones, hopping back to zones, this game could be over in the blink of an eye. But I feel like both teams tend to play like pretty stably on zones. I don't know exactly what I'm saying here, but you know, I feel like Mako zones is a map we tend to see go a while.
Well, based on the performance of Nematocyst of that last game, I don't know, dare I say it, the beginnings of a reverse sweep are on the table.
You know, okay, so when you were talking about Aquatic Languard and you were like, oh, it's, you know, if you're Aquatic Languard, I'm like, oh no, she's gonna say reverse sweep. Oh no.
I don't wish it.
I don't wish it
I don't
either.
wish it upon anyone, like truly. But I mean, the
Come on,
materials
guys,
and the ingredients are there. They're there. They're on the table. They're ready to be used. We have all of the cooking materials that we need. We have the bowls. We have the cups. We have the teaspoons, the tablespoons. You know what? I could keep going. I could just keep naming utensils, or we could watch Makomart on Splat Zones here going into Game 4.
Here we go. Tensabrella is back online. Ike saying he could win this game with his eyes closed, wearing a blindfold. Nematocyst still running more or less the same comp. We have Osa back on the vanilla bucket for those tri-strikes. Very nice on zones. And again, that reef slider is going to be very useful in capping the zone. Not the kind of thing that is the most useful on like Rainmaker or Tower, but it has a very specific niche on zones that's very popular and very powerful. That is going to be Nematocyst. Osa on that right side finds one pick, hunting him down. Nematocyst actually being the first team to answer here in Game 4. They've been kind of on the back foot towards the start of the game so far, so this is a big opening for them, but Ike is going to stop this from turning to a even worse situation, as Aquatic Languard already with only 70 seconds or 70 points still online is going to begin moving in.
Yeah, you can tell that Ike is chomping at the bit to try to get in there in the fight, and maybe this opening that Kronos is creating is going to be just that. You have Matt already set up on Crab Tank on that stack there. Ventus being called out by themselves. They do take Kronos out in the process, however, but still, Aquatic Languard, a very narrow penalty that they had on their plate, but that is immediately going to be checked off the list here, as the tri-strikes are going to come out, but not actually take the zone out of possession at all. A very quick pain over by Aquatic Languard. I believe that's Nerd on the pencil again. And Kronos actually not being shy of trying to get up on the flanking side. That's going to be Alex taking them out of the fight, though. However, if we're seeing a reverse of Nematocyst kind of getting trapped in their spawn here. However, again, with the tri-strikes coming out, this could be the opening that they needed, and there you have it. A decently high penalty on for Aquatic Languard with 33 points left remaining. Still plenty of time in this game, though, to turn it around. And Fusion, I blinked, and Aquatic Languard came back and took it.
Yes, they storm in. Ike found a couple picks. When you get that pick on the zone, it does a lot of damage and flips the points in your favor. There we go. Osa is going to find some picks to kind of answer back, evening up this fight in mid. Osa looking for a way in. Oh my god, paint raining from everywhere, but no fall off to be seen. Alex has been doing a nice job. They've had some nice movement throughout this game. Unfortunately, they are on that low ground. Not going to be able to get it. A stray burst bomb from Matt. I know you're somewhere around here. This will get the job done. There we go.
Stray or calculated? That seemed calculated to me.
See, when I talk, I'm a blaster player, so I say, oh, it was just a random shot. I knew they were like, you know,
you're in that vicinity.
In the zip code. They're in the zip code.
They're in the zip code. They have the same area code as me.
Yeah.
I don't know where, though. Okay, well, this has been a very tit-for-tat kind of game. I mean, very back and forth. Both teams are doing a phenomenal job at trying to paint the zone and keep it away from each other. So good focus on the objective. And people are not shy in taking fights here. That was Ventus going down. That was Ike waiting for the jump in. That's going to be huge. That's 2 members going down on Nematocyst, but that is Ike getting taken out of the process here. Pickles going head-to-head with Kronos and getting a phenomenal pick from behind that Tentabrella shield. That is a huge advantage that Pickles is putting on for Nematocyst, and no penalty in sight. That's going to be a swift lead change for Nematocyst, and looking good with a minute and some change left to go.
Yes, I think, Ike getting those picks but not able to paint the zone in time. Nematocyst is getting the picks they need. Pickles is picking up Peckard. I don't know. Whatever that saying is, there's 2 seconds left. Nematocyst wins game 4. Oh, no.
No, there was nobody there to help Ike follow up and try to get more paint in the zone. Look at that. Just a little bit, just one more blaster shot probably, and that would have done it. Yeah. Right there. So very, very narrow win and a good follow-up from Nematocyst. That is putting us into a game 5 here, folks, for the 3rd place match. I don't want to say anything, Fusion, so I'm not going to say any words. It was like you or me. Are you going to break or am I going to break?
I'm going to break.
Okay, well, again, we're telling a different story here than what we were actually writing in the first 2 games. Because Aquatic Languard had it through and through in the first 2. They were in a great position. I mean, Ike was being so savage with what picks and fights that they wanted to take, and they were being successful at that. And we're kind of seeing a little bit of that gameplay being toppled in these final rounds here. Now going into the 5th game, we are going to Hagglefish Market. That's our stage.
That's our stage.
That's our stage. Down into tower control for the final showdown here. And you know what? If we look back in the past a little bit here on Shipshape Cargo Co. on tower control, that is where Aquatic Languard was able to make their first win in this best of 5 series. And so, I mean, on paper, it would seem that they would be favored to win on tower control given the circumstances. However, Nematocyst is trying to tell us something a little bit differently.
Yeah, they certainly are. I mean, in the first couple games, I feel like we pointed out that they were like starting pushes, but they weren't fully coordinated. I definitely noticed coming on from Osa, there were some very nicely coordinated strikes that helped Nematocyst get back in. Mm-hmm. I think that overall, they just weren't taking fights alone nearly as much. I think they waited for specials, they waited for each other to move in, and yeah, they were really able to make that work. I think, of course, a couple of really nice picks from Pickles.
I know.
I'm never gonna get tired of saying that.
Peppers.
Pike Place.
Market. Pike Place Market.
Something like that. Game 5, Aquatic Languard putting everything on the line, looking for 3rd place. Nematocyst on the verge of a reverse sweep. Let's see how these teams are going to finish out their SeaBATTLE.
Yeah, and you can tell that Aquatic Languard is definitely feeling the pressure. We have Kronos switching back onto that Stamper. I believe that's still Nerd on the pencil, and actually a switch to the Neo Splash. So they saw the strikes really working out for Nematocyst, and they thought that they were going to take a page from their book, if you will, and try to see how they can try to turn the tides around here. And already, it seems to be going really well as the lead, a narrow lead for sure, but now being taken by Aquatic Languard. That's Kronos getting set up with the crab take on the canopy. Very advantageous spot to be. You don't want to be called out there. Looking at you, Ventus, an unfortunate fall to them, but that is first checkpoint going down as well. And Kronos is still hungry for more.
Oh, absolutely huge. Kronos beat that buzzer to get up onto the tents and then up on that top right, able to find a pick as well. Aquatic Languard is angry. Oh my god, so many picks on that right side. The strikes are going to come in. They find a couple picks. Oh my god, instantaneously. 3 down. Kronos on that crab take is going to field some jumps in right onto a couple of bombs. Teammates are not going to make it out of that situation on stage, but Kronos still alive. Finds one more pick for good measure. Huge push from Aquatic Languard, and that very difficult second checkpoint out of the way.
I have to ask, did they know?
Are they knowers?
Are they knowers or showers? Because, like, I don't think Kronos was up there for, like, a while, and there was some stray. That was a stray bomb that was getting thrown at them, because it's like, I know you're up there, but, like, I don't know where. But, I mean, Kronos was there for quite a bit, and it seems to me that they made a good choice in not having anybody jump up there. But here is Nematocyst able to fight back. Look at how much pink ink is down here. That is a really big opening for them to try and create space. They're holding space for themselves, Fusion, as they now finally get to topple the... Oh! And dare I say it, they were about to topple the first checkpoint themselves. The Trizuka, I thought, was going to for sure smack Matt right in the face, but that is actually going to lead Aquatic Languard into the wipeout, and the tower now being back in their possession. 27 points is a narrow distance for them to try to make up and put this set to bed for us. But, I mean, Nematocyst is not going to make that easy for them. The Tri-Strikes are coming out to try to open up and clear the way. Ike was looking to try to get that triple splashdown in there and maybe try to survive the fall, but it's not going to be quite enough. That's 2 members of Aquatic Languard going down, make it 3, but the tower is still back to where it was originally.
Yeah, Aquatic Languard has had a lot of pressure going. Honestly, the pace, I think, has been a huge change up this game. Aquatic Languard has been all gas, no brakes. Kronos, in particular, on the Stamper, really playing so aggressively that Cryptek is going to go down, but, you know, gets a trade onto the Reef Slider for good measure. Nematocyst still has not gotten past that first checkpoint. Aquatic Languard has been just on fire this game so far, but really all it's going to take is a couple of picks and clearing out that top right, and Nematocyst could be back in this game, but that's going to be hard. Ike's still holding ground like a absolute champion there. The splashdown, just a nice, whatever. You're gone. You're toast, buddy.
Yeah. You're toast.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done, kid. You're done. Ike said that once. I've heard him say that before. That was actually his quote.
And press the special button.
Is that what you do when you press your special button? You go, you're done.
You're done.
You're done.
It's more like that's the button I press on Custom Blaster when I like miss a shot on you, or you like go to hide somewhere. I'm like, get a load of this guy.
Get a load. Get a load of that guy. Well, you know, Fusion, something that I'm really paying attention to here is Nematocyst trying to topple this first checkpoint. They're still struggling to do so, though. Finally, they have a body on there, but they keep getting knocked off, or they keep on getting traded out by somebody else. Finally, Aquatic Languard, or no, it still isn't there. They have 1 tick left in order to topple this first checkpoint here, and they're trying with all their might, just a few seconds remaining. I mean, Kronos is, again, full speed ahead, trying to keep them out of the way, but the Tri-Strikes and Trizuka combo is going to finally clear a path for them to get through, but there's an opening there under the canopy with Kronos getting taken down. This could be really, really dangerous for Aquatic Languard. We see a tie in rosters here, and folks are trying to get back in and respawn as quickly as possible. And the Tri-Strikes take 2! With Kronos coming in and following up with the 3rd. That is the wipeout going with 10 seconds left to go. This is looking really good for Aquatic Languard.
5 seconds left. Can Pick Pickles and Osa make it in time? The Reef Slider comes out, and Aquatic Languard hangs on.
3rd. Aquatic Languard holds it out, narrowly escapes the reverse sweep situation, and finally they are your 3rd place winners for SeaBATTLE 4.
Chanting "We like Ike" in the other.
We like. All I see is signs. All I see is. If you're Aquatic Languard, of course.
Money.
Yeah, is bronze. And bronze sells for a lot of money, doesn't it? Is like no, those are different.
Yes.
Is bronze?
Bronze is like.
Is bronze a
like,
material?
It's a copper alloy, right?
Yes, I think you're right. Yes. Wow. Wow. Good use of the word alloy. I love that. That was great.
Hey.
Sorry, that scratched my brain.
Very LGBTQ friendly. We're all alloys here. Look
at this guy.
It's like I'm Australian or something.
Well, that was fantastic. I mean, Fusion, I was sweating here a little bit. I was getting a little worried for Aquatic Languard.
I'm happy for them.
I am too. I'm really happy for them. I think they also did not want to see themselves in another reverse sweep situation. I mean, reversed is in the name for Matt. Looking at you, but we don't want that to be true. We don't want that to be true. So coming up next.
So they podiumed
Yeah.
every time now.
Yeah, I think yes, Matt has podiumed every time that they've played in SeaBATTLE.
Incredible.
That's good. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's a good spot to be, I feel like, for LAN. But moving on ahead after the third place match here, we're welcoming Fish back to the stage, and we are welcoming Pico de Gallo. So this is kind of fun because it is very much the Seattleites versus some of our Arizona friends, but also like other local folks from Seattle, because you have Evie and you have Nico helping out Shiny and Pepe on Pico de Gallo. But that's kind of fun. You have it's like battle of the ecosystems.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, what,
Land and sea.
Does that make like Shiny and Pepe like invasive species?
They're invasive. They are. They're invasive species.
Like the lion.
But they're also survivors because they're cacti.
Oh,
And
this
cacti
is true.
are survivors.
This is true.
So that's looking good for them.
I was trying. Mint's been helping us, but I was trying to. I was like, can I make a joke out of like mint growing everywhere somewhere? And no, yeah,
Okay.
but
Cool. I think we're taking a brief break before we get set up for finals. We need to get the players in place. Fusion and I also need to stretch our legs a little bit.
hi, Mint.
And we are going to work on getting the other team set up. But you don't want
I
to
love
miss
you,
it.
Mint.
You
Mint's the
don't want to
best.
go anywhere because Grand Finals of SeaBATTLE 4 Holiday Storm is coming up soon. We will see you in just a few moments.